Hey, I'm Jade, and 6 months ago, my dad told me he had found a new girlfriend named Irina. I was so excited for him because after my parents divorced, he was really depressed. So it was about time he moved on and found new happiness. But then he dropped a huge bombshell. He said Irina was moving in with us because she couldn't afford to pay rent while also going to college. My jaw dropped. What? College? I asked my dad how old Irina was, and he said 21. 21? I'm 23. What kind of dad wants to date a girl younger than his own daughter? I was so creeped out, but I didn't say anything. I mean, who am I to tell my dad how he should live his life? The next day, Irina arrived at our home with a big suitcase. My dad opened the door and they immediately started kissing. It was so gross. I had to look away because Irina had her hands on my dad's ass. Ugh! After they had finished, Irina took a look at our home and said, "Yeah, I guess it's okay, for now." Wow, what a bitch. And the next day, while eating dinner, she told me, "I'm so glad your dad takes care of me. I could never have a job while going to school. College is really hard, you know?" Ugh, jeez. This made me angry because when I went to college, my dad made me get a part-time job because he insisted I pay him rent. He said it was character building. I never complained because I knew my dad had lots of debt and I wanted to make things easier for him. But then Irina started talking about how my dad had bought her a new $15,000 car, and that's when I lost all respect for my dad. Couldn't he see she was only using him for his money? She was rude, self-absorbed, and selfish. I wished my dad would see what she was really like and leave her. But it soon became clear she was going to stay. For example, she's always asking my dad to take her to Hawaii. She talks about how it's the most beautiful island in the world and it would be really romantic. But I know she only wants to take pictures for her Instagram. Then there was this time she wore my shirt. I wanted to slap her, but I managed to stay polite. I told her, "That's my shirt. Wear it today if you like, but I need it back. And please wash it first. I'd really appreciate it." But she just laughed and said, "This old rag? I should have guessed it was yours. Your dad would never buy me something so cheap." Urgh! She hates me just as much as I hate her. And I'm pretty certain she uses my body lotion and shampoo too. The really nice, expensive stuff I order online. She behaves as if my dad's apartment is hers. And maybe it is. I mean, why am I still living here anyway? My job pays me enough to get my own place, and dad doesn't have time for me anymore. So maybe I'm just the annoying adult daughter who won't move out of her dad's home. Maybe Irina would be nicer if I wasn't living here anymore. Well, that's why I decided to move out. When my dad heard what I had decided, he remained silent. All he managed to speak was, "Why?" I didn't tell him the exact reason, so I just said I am old enough to get my own apartment and that maybe I'm a disturbance in his relationship, so it's better if I move out for a while. I wanted to tell him what sort of witch his girlfriend was, but I didn't bother. He went inside his room and didn't come out. Irina was out with her friends, and it was expected that she would return home late. Well, I slept and decided to pack my stuff the next morning and go out for my apartment hunt. The next morning was a surprise for me. I woke up late for no reason. When I came out of my room, I saw Irina's stuff packed. She was sitting on the couch. She looked really pissed. I was about to ask what's happening when there was some knocks on the door. She took all her stuff and left without saying a word. My dad came out of his room after a few minutes and saw me standing there dumbfounded. He moved closer to me, hugged me, and then kissed me on my forehead. He said, "I've realized that I've been a bad father to you in the past few months." He couldn't clearly see how Irina was using him, maybe because he was too desperate to get into a relationship. He further added that last night was an eye-opener for him because he realized that all of this was breaking the father-daughter bond that has kept him going strong for all those years. So, to save that, he broke up with Irina because for him, His daughter comes first. The respect that I lost from my father? Well, he earned it back. It's been 6 months. My dad has a new girlfriend who is way older than me. Jeez. And now she's about to become my stepmom in the coming month. I really like her. She treats me like her own daughter. Well, some of you must be wondering what happened to the car my dad bought for Irina. Well, guess who has it now?